Well, we get emails all the time, probably more about fading and best I can than anything, of just how they've just really touched people and helped them through hard times, and best I can, just helping people realize that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to come to God with a you don't have to wipe your own slate clean before you come to God. You know what I mean? And things like that, and fading, people that have been addicted to drugs and alcohol or pornography or whatever, we just get emails all the time of people that are just coming out of those situations, and it's just encouraging that our music is able to touch people in that way and encourage them, So.
Well, I think for me, we were talking about this earlier, how music just it just crosses all walks of life, all cultures, and people can identify that through that. And my job as a DJ, it goes out over the airwaves, and I may never ever see who it touches at all. So
yeah. That's kind of how we feel.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. You're up there playing your music, and it's going out, and God's word never goes out void. So you know that it's impacting lives, but you don't really ever know.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're getting some feedback.
I think some of the stories that we hear is really what fuels us, to write what we do and to stay doing what we're doing. I mean, there was a story. I mean, just to give you a most recent story that I heard, not before last, was pretty much. A guy out in western Kansas, in the middle of nowhere, Scott City, Kansas, and it's out, just in the middle of nowhere, basically. And the guy was just, living his own life, have nothing to do with God, and he's 40 years old, driving the highways. Next thing you know, he's flipping the channels, and he hears some cool rock song, and he's like, "Wow, what is this?" And he listens to it. Something in the song connects with his spirit, and he goes home, looks it up on the internet, finds out that it's a Christian band named Decyfer Down, and that the song Fading was the song, and the song Fading was talking about addictions and things that he had been controlled by his whole life, and he starts getting into Christian music and Christian rock music. Next thing you know, a few weeks later, he went to church and became a believer, and he opened up a teen club out there in western Kansas, and now he's booked us to come play there.
Oh, really? So, awesome.
All that's happened in the last, year and a half, of him listening to the song on the radio, and his life completely changed just from that one day driving down the road and hearing some song that he liked and the lyric that touched him. So it was cool to see that and hear about that.
I know our radio station manager, her husband,